Hello traders, this is day number 22 of the small cap market open test trading. What is that? I've written a trading plan to test trade small cap stocks. That means I'm trading with one single share with real money. That way, if it's not profitable, we have not risked a bunch of money from our account. And if we're profitable after 100 trades, then we can move up to full position size if we decide to keep trading this plan. So let me show you the stocks that are the way that I picked the stocks that I trade today. I traded one stock and I took 2 trades on it. So click these 3 little dots. So here I am at my screeners on my small cap screener. Click 3 dots and click modify, otherwise the filters will not be applied. Then I organize the list by volume, and I'm only interested in the highest volume traded stocks, so I just keep it on the first page. I don't scroll down and see what else might be trading. At the open, which right now we're an hour and a half after the open, at the open I like to see 500,000 shares or more in the volume. I want to see a percent change of 5% or greater, and obviously they must be green so that the price is going up. So let's see, I'm not sure if the one that I traded this morning, yeah, is still here, BITF. So let's take a look at the video right now. I was looking at RDUS. It did not meet the chart requirements, and I think there was one other that I was watching, but we'll see that in the video. All right, so there's our RDUS, and I mark out the previous session high, and it must break above that level in order for me to take a trade, and it never does. So I'm checking some other stocks here. HUT was looking kind of weak. So BITF, so here it is. Let me show you where I pulled that up, where we were and everything. All right, so right now, I think I just checked the daily chart on it right here. So it's trading above the 200 MA. So it's looking strong on the daily chart. And now I mark out the previous session high. So that could be the aftermarket, the pre-market, or the previous day, whichever is the highest. And I want to see the price trading above that level. That's the first sign of strength. Then I mark out the first high of day, which I'm doing right now. So 589, that's the first high of day. Then I want to see that broken, and I want to see a second high of day established. Once I see the second high of day established, then I take a trade on the first pullback from the second high of day. So that is my effort. That's what's written in the plan to try to help guarantee strength and guarantee winning trade. Of course, there are no guarantees, but that's the best that that we can do right now with these small cap stocks, and that's what we're testing to see if that's good enough to be profitable after 100 trades. So let me fast forward here a little bit, waiting for the pullback from that second high of day. So here's the thing, there's a couple important things that you must do if you're going to trade like this. One of them is establish a weak point of the stock. So where do you decide after that peak, you know, where you're looking for a pullback? Maybe it's different than me, but you want to see the stock hit a certain level and you're waiting for a pullback. But where do you decide in that pullback that the stock has gone too far down and has gone weak? So for me, it is the bottom of the ABCD pattern that starts by breaking out through the high of day, which is right here. So here's point A, B, and then it pulls back to C somewhere, we don't know yet. And if C comes below this red line, which is obviously below point A or where point A is, then that's where I determine that the stock is too weak and I'm not going to take a trade. That doesn't mean that it will never give a 2-hour trade after coming down below that level, but that is my cutoff point, and that's where I'm not willing to take a chance on it anymore. So here's the first entry. So you can see that the stock pulled back, and then that 1-minute candle made a new high over this one. So now, once you're in the trade, the most important thing to do, bring that stop loss up immediately, even if you're not sure if it's exactly where it needs to be, just roughly. That way, if the stock flushes down against you really quickly, which that does happen, then you don't have to take a bigger loss than you need to. So here I have the stop loss in place. Now I'm using my 2R calculator that's available at patreon.com/tradingarmor if you're interested. And that just spits out my 2R profit target really easily. Obviously this, you know, in these price ranges, I could easily calculate that in my head, but It's just good to get used to using that calculator when you're trading higher price stocks and weird numbers. Instead of making a mistake, you could just plug in those numbers to the calculator and get the 2-hour profit target really quick. So now we're in the trade and I have the profit target, the stop loss in place. There is nothing for us to do at this moment. I just let the trade play out. If I get stopped out here, I could possibly still take another trade as long as this red line level has not been broken, because that's where we decided that the stock will be weak if it comes down below that level. So now we're just waiting. And it's looking strong. It goes up to 602. And let's see what happens here. And I also marked out the 3R profit target just in case that gets hit, and we can record that. So now it's chopping around. It's looking weak. So it came within 2 cents of my profit target, and it is tempting, especially if you're a new trader, to pull that profit target down. But that is not a good habit to get into. You would have likely been chasing the price on the way down. And you would not have likely gotten filled at 602, probably 6 or 5.99 or whatever. Before you know it, your 2R trade is a 1R trade, and then the next time you lose a trade, it wipes out those gains. So that's why you want to have the discipline to hold to 2R. That way, when you do get 2R, it really means something. It really affects your results overall, because remember, it's not just about one trade, it's about the long term. So let's see what happened here. So in this case, I did get stopped out. So right now it's minus 1R. But notice the price has not come down and broken this level. So that means that I can get in for the next 1 minute candle to make a new high. And that happens right here. I did not trigger my hotkeys yet because I didn't get, see, I want that 591. I wanted to get in at the break of that 1 minute candle, and I missed it because it just popped up for a fraction of a second. So I just wanted to see if I could get it at that 591, and I did, and I got my stop loss at 586. Again, use the 2R calculator to get that profit target, which is now 601. And again, I mark out the 3R profit target just in case it does go up there. So both of these trades are a really good test of discipline, and if you can't pass these little discipline tests, then there's no way you're going to be able to make it in the long run, in my opinion, as a trader. Because first of all, that first test, that 602 being so close to 604, your discipline will allow you to not do anything, but if you're weak, then you might pull your profit target down. And if you repeat that kind of a thing in the long run, your profits are going to be smaller and smaller in each trade, but when you hold to your 1R stop loss, you're going to be taking the full stop, and that's how you end up red in the long run. So now we're back in for another trade. If this trade works out, we'll be up 1R on the day, which is exactly how the 2R all or nothing trading is supposed to work out, is that if you have one winner, one loser, that your winner is twice the size of your loser, and therefore you come away 1R. If I would, again, lose my discipline and say, wow, this thing came so close to my profit target, it was 2 cents away and it stopped me out, and now look what's happening over here. This thing is getting close to stopping me out. Let me just pull this down and get out. Then I would just be break even on the day. But let's just wait and see what happens on this trade. So it's looking weak, but now it's coming back around, up, looking choppy again. You got to have discipline to hold through these. Look at that. It comes all the way down near my entry. Now it's really looking hopeless at this point that it's going to hit my profit target. It looks pretty weak. It's just really choppy. And now all of a sudden, look at this volume comes in. There we go. We got our profit target hit. So we're coming away 1R in the positive after those two trades. And then I believe the 3R target eventually got hit. So I'll record that on the trading plan as well. So if we were holding the 3R in this case, we would actually walk away 2R on the day, up 2R on the day. So anyway, hopefully this video was helpful to you. The main thing is that you have to have a plan going into every trade, and I think that you really need to trade the exact same way every day. You shouldn't be trading multiple strategies, multiple setups, because you're not going to be able to track what's really working and what isn't. So pick one strategy, make a plan around that strategy, and then trade that every single day for at least 100 trades before you change anything whatsoever. And then after that 100 trades, you'll know whether it's profitable or not, and you'll probably have learned the changes that you need to make, or at least that you think you need to make in order for it to be profitable. Then you'll have to start all over again and take another 100 trades. But if you do this and you trade one share, you're going to be in the market for a long time. You're going to be learning a lot, and you actually have a chance at being a profitable trader. If you just start going all in or full position size on an unproven strategy, something that someone else tells you works, then you're going to blow up your account almost guaranteed. So anyway, that's my message. Hopefully it helps. And as always, go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.